All right, welcome back, Prospects Live viewers. I am here today to discuss a hitter finally. Austin Hendricks is the third player that we'll break down here today. Outfielder out of West Allegheny High School in Pennsylvania. One of the top movers, definitely on a lot of boards. A guy that's kind of moved around a little bit, actually. Feel like he might even been a little bit higher on some boards. He's moved down, he's moved back up. I am joined, of course, today by my colleague, courtesy of perfectgame.org. That is Brian Sikowski, the national scouting director for Perfect Game. Brian, talk to me a little bit about Austin Hendrick. We'll pull up the video here. We got plenty of time on this one. I think it's a cool 4 minutes.
Yeah, Hendrick's a guy that we've seen forever at PG. I can remember watching him play when he was 14 years old. And for the longest time, the biggest thing about him was bat speed. He always just had the whippiest, most violent barrel of anybody in his class, anybody who he was playing with against. He was kind of always out of control with it, but he'd hit balls 103 miles an hour pull side at 15, and just you couldn't ignore that. And then, he still was kind of out of control with his lower half coming into the summer circuit last year, and went to PDP. They really, really did a good job with him in his lower half, really able to control his front side more, really able to control his ground force more now. And as a result of that, the rest of the summer, all he did was rake. Just consistent 100-plus exit velocities. He's hitting balls all over the field. He's wall banging the opposite way at East Coast Pro. He's driving balls out of the ballpark. It's an impact left-handed bat type of profile. I don't think it's going to be a super high-end batting average type of guy like you talk about with a Riley Green last year. But you're talking about a guy who's going to get on base and he's going to hit bombs. And he's going to play right field. He's going to be solid out there. He's got the arm strength for it. And I think that, and this, we talked about this before the show. I don't necessarily love making comps like this, but I think that there's some similarities to what Bryce Harper turned into. Not the uber prospect, all-star, superstar, generational talent that Harper was, but what he is, the 3 to 4 to win guy who walks a ton, who hits a bunch of bombs and provides some defensive value in right field. And I think Hendrick's got that upside. And as a result, like, he's number 6 or 7 on our board, and he's going to stay there. And we think he's right up there as far as the best high school player in the draft.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, the conversation is certainly there. It's an exciting prep outfield class this year with guys like Veen, Hendrick, Hassel, Pete Crow Armstrong, Cruz, etc. Hendrick, for me, is probably, he is my number 2 guy on the board behind Veen, well within the top 10. I think I have him 8 overall. So I completely agree with you. There's some hit tool concerns there. How much are you concerned with the hit tool, or do you feel like it's more of an OBP, OPS sort of a profile that it doesn't matter because he's going to get on base?
Yeah, I mean, there's some concerns. You don't want to just say a guy's going to get on base if you're thinking it's a third at bat. But no, I think that there's a chance for an average hit tool there. I think you could even say above average if you wanted to. I just don't think it's going to be like Christian Yelich. It's not that 7 that you put on an amateur bat. He's going to have some swing and miss, but that's just as a result of the aggressiveness and the fact that he goes up there trying to hit baseballs really hard. And I'm okay with that, especially the way the game is played today. If you back that up with walks and you back that up with home runs, we can live with the strikeouts. And I think he's going to hit a lot of home runs. I think he's going to walk a lot. I think he'll be a middle order presence.
All right, guys, we heard it here first from Brian Sikowski. Bryce Harper, Austin Hendrick, the same guy. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back next week with some more 2020 MLB draft player breakdowns.